All right, well, hello, welcome in, everyone. It's digital host AJ Wiest here, and y'all, it is week 9 of the high school football season here across North Alabama, here across the Tennessee Valley, the final week of regional play here in high school football. We have a great show for you all tonight, the 48 Blitz OT show. It's going to be a good one. We had some awesome games here, some close matchups tonight, no doubt about it, and it was a very exciting night. Now, we're going to have the Week 9 scores and highlights coming up momentarily when Carl Prather joins in to continue the show for you all. But right now, let's go through some of the Week 8 highlights. And first, we want to give a big shout out to our Play of the Week last week. Let's go ahead and play that Play of the Week right here. Now, this is, of course, the Scottsboro Wildcats. They won Class 5A Region 8. That region there, they won the region last week. As you can see on this play, Connor Vaden, halfback pass to his teammate Cohen Thompson for a big game for the Wildcats. The Wildcats, this play right here, they garnered 95% of the vote for last week's Play of the Week. Very impressive. You do not see a lot of teams doing that. Awesome play right there, and congrats to the Scottsboro Wildcats. Now, we went through the Play of the Week. Let's go through the Player of the Week, and of course, our Week 9 Plays of the Week contenders will be announced later on in tonight's show. But now, let's go through the Player of the Week right here.
This is our 48 Blitz Player of the Week, Cortez Carr. Here you go, buddy.
How many bucks I do? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, of course, a Buckhorn sophomore, Cortez Carr, last week. He led his Bucks in the defensive battle against Mae Jemison last week. Carr finished the week with 11 tackles, 2 of those for a loss of yards, 2 sacks, a quarterback hurry, and a pass breakup. Of course, the Buckhorn Bucks would beat Mae Jemison 6-0, and that is so great to see. A defensive player right there winning the Player of the Week. Big shout out to Buckhorn right there, and of course Cortez Carr. But that is our Week 8 winners. Let's talk about Week 9 now. We are going to toss the ball over to 48 Sports Director Carl Prather. You all enjoy the rest of the show.
You're watching 48 Blitz OT, sponsored by Boar Hogs Barbecue.
Oh, we got scores, y'all. We got scores. How about our neighbors to the north in Tennessee? Lincoln County has had a fantastic year. The Falcons in the pit, they get a win on the road, 37-36 over Lawrence County. Fayetteville in Tennessee, the Tigers, they come up just short to Richland in high school football action in Tennessee. Shoals Christian ekes out a 1-point victory over Waterloo, 21-20, still in the playoff mix with Shoals Christian. Collinsville gets a big win, 45-22 over Holly Pond, and Russellville all over Priceville tonight in a competitive game, 27-13. Whitesburg Christian with another victory. Young program, young team. They're going to make some moves potentially next year. If they get the win, still maybe a chance for a playoff berth in the 4th seed. They went 49-8. Another scoreboard on your screen. Sparkman takes care of Florence. Right now, folks, with Sparkman winning that game over Florence, there's a 4-way tie in Class 7A Region 4 for first place. A lot to be sorted out even heading into the non-region aspect of next week. Teams that get some victories there could potentially get tiebreakers. There's a whole lot to sort through as we head into the final week of the regular season. Madison County with the win over DAR 34-20. St. John Paul II, the Falcons win over Danville 42-22. Boaz has had a fantastic season under their first-year head coach. They take care of ARAP 37-22. Brooks with a shutout over West Limestone 38-0. And Coleman ekes by Buckhorn with the 22-19 win. Man, what a great night for high school football as we had region champions crowned, 3 games with region championship implications involved, including our 48 Blitz game of the week. And man, you can't ask for anything better, right, in high school football as our 48 Blitz OT show rolls on. I'm Carl Prather, Boar's Hog Barbecue, our sponsor throughout the entire season. Truly appreciate their teamwork throughout the high school football season. But getting back to our game of the week, it's just was fantastic on paper. 2 top 4 teams, number 3, number 4 in the state in the Class 6A top 10 rankings. Hartselle hosting Muscle Shoals, both teams undefeated. Their last 3 contests during the regular season decided by just a combined 10 points. You knew this game was going to be another fantastic game and a fantastic atmosphere at historic J.P. Cain Stadium. Our own Kaylee Tinglestad was there for the entire game, and as a recap.
This is the 48 Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Huntsville Trucks.
No, this isn't the University of Alabama, although the Hartselle football team playing like they're in Tuscaloosa tonight. After forcing the Trojans to punt on the opening drive, the Tigers do this. Carter Lee drops back and airs it out. Kane Falciani answers the call over his shoulder, and without any hesitation, he books it to the house. Hartselle up fast. 7-0. Well, do you want to see more? Lee says, okay, it's time for a flea flicker. Once again, a beauty to Falciani. It's 14-0 in the first quarter. Now, first play of the following drive, and we get this. Cade Clemens on the scramble. He gets it off, but finds the hands of Hayden Gray. Tigers ball. Now fast forward to just seconds remaining in the half. Each side has added 3. Muscle Shoals in a must-score situation. Davian Reynolds will break through the plane to make it a 1-score game entering the break. If you thought this one was over, think again. Clemens fakes the handoff and hits Christian Pritchard as he comes into frame and in for the score, knotted up at 17 to enter the final quarter. The Trojans in control now. LaShawn Tapscott will find the outside corner to give Muscle Shoals the first lead of the game. Well, following this score, multiple turnovers look to give Hartselle a chance until this. Lee picked off by Tylen Smith. The pick 6 will call game. Muscle Shoals wins it 31-17, scoring 28 unanswered points.
Yeah, I didn't think we could play any worse in the first half, and, just challenged our kids at halftime and, made some plays there, and just real proud of their resilience and how they kept fighting and making something bad situation turn out good for us.
Yeah, man, Muscle Shoals with another fantastic showing. 2 elite football teams in the state of Alabama, nevertheless here in North Alabama as well. Just a great contest, a great win, and we welcome in the head coach of the Muscle Shoals Trojans, none other than Scott Bazin. First off, Coach, congratulations on yet another big win, but more importantly, a region championship. You mentioned it during our video there. Listen, you couldn't play any worse. You went in the locker room and challenged your kids. Just walk us through the resiliency of those young men to be able to get the job done and pitch a shutout defensively against a Hartselle team that was white hot offensively in the first half.
Yeah, I just thought our coaches did a great job of, just really coaching, and I thought our kids, like I said in the interview, just showed a lot of resilience, a lot of character, and just sort of settled down and played. They sort of hit us with a couple of plays there early that you sort of knew they couldn't sustain, throwing flea flickers, but they got us there early. Hats off to them, designing up 2 good plays on us, and but just real proud of our coaches staying the course and our kids. You got to have a next play mentality, and I know that's a cliche, but in games like that against great football teams, that's how you better play. And just real proud of the effort that they showed.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, when you have had so much success with this program and organization, when you are trying to learn about a team, because every team is different, every week is different, what did you learn? You mentioned that resiliency, but when you're trying to maybe do some really cool things as you head into next week and, of course, the postseason, these are the type of things that you learn a lot about when you have to come to some of these big moments when you're playing other elite teams as you head into the playoffs.
Yeah, and the best thing, Carl, is these kids, a lot of them been starting since they were 10th graders, and they showed a lot of resiliency as 10th graders because I think they went on and went to the 3rd or 4th round. And then, last year, really young, on the defensive side of the ball and, just showed a lot of character growing up. And, they're just really a fun bunch. And, it's a lot of character in that locker room. And, it's few and far between that you get young men this day and time that lock in and do the things you ask them, and they're really good human beings. And that's really, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, we teach them football, but I want them to, like I said all along, I want them to be great people and know the good Lord.
That's really awesome, Coach. Let me leave you with this one, and we'll get you out of here. Man, there's a lot of teams, not just in the state of Alabama, but across the country where there's high school football, college football. The pro level doesn't have that situation where they can, kind of pick who they want to play out of their non-region, but for high school and college football, there's a lot of teams, Coach, that rack up a lot of wins, right? Outside of region play and have a nice record and go into region play, and things are a little different. You have always wanted to schedule difficult because when you're playing in this type of region, which is arguably the toughest region in all of high school football in North Alabama, you got to be ready to play from start to finish. Walk us through why your program and you've instilled in your program not being afraid of the moment when you're playing elite programs like tonight because of the things that you do over the years within this organization, playing out of region and elite teams and talent-laden teams outside the region.
Well, Carl, I've just come to realize that, iron sharpens iron, and, you may get a win, but, what's it worth? You better schedule people that's going to challenge you and make you better. And, fortunately for us, God's blessed us with winning a lot of those games, but, we get to see elite talent week in, week out outside the region. And, and when you get in the playoffs, you're going to see elite talent. And I don't want it to be a shock when elite talent walks out on the field. I want our guys to know how we've been here, done that, and, it's not a big deal. And, and I just think that that's probably one of the most important things that we do. We try to schedule the best in non-region, and, it seems the good Lord's blessed us, and it's paid off for it.
Coach, listen, just been a joy to cover you, much like all of our high schools in North Alabama, man. Congratulations on another region championship against a hard-fought, hard elite team in Hartselle, man. This region is super, super tough, as you know. Congratulations. Enjoy this win, and as I know you're getting ready for the playoffs in 2 weeks, man, have a great weekend, man, and thanks for taking some time with us.
Yeah, Carl, I want to say I just appreciate you and your staff always working with us, and the job y'all do week in, week out. I know it doesn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate your professionalism and all that you do for high school sports.
Hey, Coach Bazin, I truly appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the kind words, man. Enjoy the win and enjoy the weekend, man, and we'll talk to you down the road.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. That is Scott Bazin, the head coach for the Muscle Shoals Trojans. Man, that's just one of our best programs in North Alabama. For those that are watching or will watch this over the weekend, Muscle Shoals has just traditionally been one of our best programs under the tutelage of Coach Bazin since she's been here in his tenure, though over there in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Fans are great, community support. They got elite players, but their coaching staff and everyone buys in to making them elite, man. And it's just really cool to see. No disrespect to Hartselle, because Bert Newton and that group, they're as good as we got in North Alabama, and they're just as elite, they're just as good, and they will make some noise for sure as they head into the postseason as well. So, man, just a great game. That's what you wanted as you head into the month of October, as you head into the playoffs. We're at the end, folks. We're at the end of the finish line. Next week is our final week of the regular season, and 2 weeks from tonight, it's the first round of the playoffs. So it was really cool to see that it came down to this in that region, Class 6A Region 7. Listen, folks, it is as tough of a region as we have in North Alabama and the state for that matter. So congratulations to Coach Bazin and the Muscle Shoals Trojans, three-time region champs in Class 6A, Region 7. We had another region championship on the line in Class 3A, and it was none other than the Fife Red Devils. They were taking on Geraldine on the road against the Bulldogs. And these two programs have had a lot of history as well. Back-to-back fights, as I like to say, the last couple of years, and they've been determined region titles. On the line for this contest, listen, got to give a big shout out to Fife playing exceptionally well in this contest early on, but Geraldine would flex their muscle defensively. You knew this would be a tough, hard, physical contest. It was. Geraldine comes away with the region title at home, 17-6. You will hear a lot about these two teams as we head into the month of November and the playoffs. There was another region title on the line in Rainsville, Alabama. Undefeated Plainview hosting undefeated Madison Academy within the region in this contest. And early on, the running game for the Mustangs would get underway there. And that would be a long game for a big score there. But then here comes Plainview. Man, Jansen Curry there, the freshman, making his presence felt into the end zone for the score. How about the blue? Too much blue up in Rainsville, Alabama. Plainview gets the win 49-27 over a quality Madison Academy team. They bring home their first region title since 2017. Congratulations to that amazing coaching staff and Coach Dale Pruitt, who I've known since I've been here, long-standing coach in our area for many years. His second stint at Plainview, but he's coached a handful of other places across North Alabama over his career as well. But congratulations to Plainview. That's a big win. They will host the first-round playoff game as the 1 seed. Madison Academy appears to be the 2 seed in that region. So the way that this works for playoffs in North Alabama, your top 4 teams advance to the playoffs, right? Your top 2 seeds, the region winner and the runner-up, they get to host, while the 3rd place and the 4th place teams have to travel to take on the other top seeds in another region. So that's how that works out. But Plainview will have a home game up in Rainsville, Alabama in 2 weeks as they bring home their first region title since 2017. So without further ado, let's get to our 48 Blitz Plays of the Week.
The 48 Blitz Play of the Week, sponsored by Hyundai Greenway of Decatur and University Kia. We want to see you in a Kia.
Play number 1 is going to come from Colbert Heights with a punt or not. The fake punt will go for a long touchdown. Come on, 17. 13. I can't see. It's all good. That was the quarterback that was moonlighting as the punter. He scored. That's what I know. Play number 2, Hartzell. In that amazing game of the week. Such good talent across both teams. D-ball over the top, pitch and catch in for the score from 63 yards out. In play number 3, it's going to be a handoff, reverse from the Athens Golden Eagles in 16 with a convoy into the end zone for the score. Colbert Heights, Hartzell, Athens voting live right now. It will run through Wednesday at 3. We will announce our winner during our 6 p.m. newscast. And with that, man, we're done with let me put this old clicker up. See, I turn this with the prompter so I can follow what I'm doing. I don't do it well, but here we are. We are down to the final week of the high school football regular season. We will announce our final 48 Blitz game of the week for the 2025 high school football season Monday afternoon. Be excited for that. Kaylee Tinglestad will be in for yours truly as she will anchor the show there on Monday. Both of us are going to be headed to the Magic City Classic tomorrow morning as we get prepared for the 84th edition of the Amazon Magic City Classic, the most the most attended historically black college and university classic in all of America. We'll have over 60,000 people inside that stadium, another 200,000 outside the stadium in a 4 to 7 mile radius down in Birmingham at the Old Gray Lady Legion Field, historic Legion Field. That's going to be a fun time. Kickoff tomorrow at 2:30. Katie's going to do a little tailgating and show you some sights and sounds and maybe some smell-o-vision through the screen tomorrow for her 5 p.m. newscast. And then we will have a complete wrap of this contest between Alabama A&M and Alabama State immediately following our college football Big Ten coverage tomorrow night at 10. Alabama Alabama A&M looking to snap a 3-game losing streak within the Classic to their rivals to the south in Alabama State. Alabama on the road against South Carolina. Auburn looking for their first SEC win on the road in Fayetteville, Arkansas. We will have you completely covered there. The North Alabama Lions looking for their second straight win in as many weeks as they make the trek to Clarksville, Tennessee. They'll take on the Governors of Austin Peay there as well. So we will have you completely covered across the board. And the soccer team here in North Alabama, Huntsville City FC, they're going to be in action this weekend. They're going to take on Philadelphia Union 2 in the second round of the MLS Next Pro 2 playoffs as well. We'll have you updated for that as well. So we got a lot on our plates this weekend. We're super excited to bring you the sights and sounds from the Magic City Classic. And as I mentioned, Kaylee Tinglestad will have you all covered coming up tomorrow afternoon from some tailgates and some pomp and circumstance, and of course the game and a recap of that coming up tomorrow night. Before we leave, I do it each and every week for those that are watching and have continued to follow us. Big thanks, number one, to Boar's Hog Barbecue. They've done a fantastic job being our teammate and our sponsor for our 48 Blitz OT. Nothing would be possible without our sponsor, and we like to thank Boar's Head Barbecue yet again for a fantastic partnership, sponsorship, and teamwork during the high school football season. All there's left to do is make my rounds and say thank you to all the people that make this ugly mug look good, along with Kaylee Tinglestad, who looks way better than this ugly mug. We started a Starship Enterprise, as I like to call it. It's OTMP. My guys in there, Clark Simcox, it's Paul Molling, it's Will Royal, and it's Tyler Warren. It's not Tyler Warren, folks. I've just been calling him Tyler Warren, and it's been a running joke since like 4 weeks ago, because I called him Tyler Warren because I didn't know his name like I had known him for like eons, been working here as a fellow colleague here in our building. But Tyler Warren is the starting tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. Tyler Warren is not Tyler North. Tyler North does not look like Tyler Warren. Tyler North is a fantastic member of this organization, and we appreciate him in TMP as he waves his hand there. Everybody else wave your hand. Will, wave your hand in there so I can see. Clark, wave your hand out there. Paul, I see you over there as well, my man. Thank you all so much, man, for putting up with my shenanigans throughout the high school football season and beyond, because it's a lot. I may be a lot. But we appreciate all your hard work for making this thing go week in and week out during the high school football season and beyond for our 48 sports team as well. Our digital team is fantastic. I want to send a big shout out to Javon Williams and AJ Weiss and Tatiana White. They do an amazing job for us. They're responsible for kind of formulating and calculating and getting all of our scores posted on our 48 Sports Zone app, our webpage, on our social media platforms across the board as well. Videos and highlights that you see tonight on all of our platforms, they're responsible for that. They're responsible for our podcast that we do, our Take After Take podcast. That's live right now, previewing the college football week of action. They just do an amazing job, and I just always want to show them and send them their flowers as well, because they're fantastic. Cannot leave out all the people that send you and bring us all of these highlights from our amazing communities and our amazing video and from our football games each and every Friday night. Big thanks to all of our reporters. Thanks to all of our photographers that make this thing possible for us to have over a dozen games each and every Friday night during the high school football season. Big thumbs up to you. Got to send a big thumbs up to our tailgate tour crew as well. Darren Gerardo, Pam Faddis was out there. Jared Quiones was out there. Latoya was out there. Who else am I missing, guys? Patrick Akers, I mentioned him. Gracie Morrison is out there. She wasn't with us today. Peyton Walker from Tennessee Valley Living does just an amazing job as well. There's just so many moving parts throughout that for our tailgate tour. First year of doing this for an entire year. We'll wrap it up next week once we announce our game of the week on Monday. So, man, it's just an amazing team effort here across the board. I cannot thank them enough for making this happen. And providing amazing content in our Huntsville market and beyond across North Alabama. Big thumbs up to everyone. We truly, truly appreciate them. We appreciate you all for tuning in, whether it's on our digital platforms, our social media platforms, on our streaming options that we have for you, from our 48 Sports Zone app to our web pages, Facebook, YouTube, and beyond. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our telecast during the week on our 48 Blitz show as we bring you the very best high school football our market and our area has to offer. So thank you for being supportive of us. Thank you for being part of our community and us giving a service to you each and every Friday. That's going to do it for us, folks. We hope you enjoy the weekend. Enjoy college football. If you're going down to the Magic City Classic, be careful. If you're already there, enjoy. Be careful as well. Have a great time. If you're going to any other games, Columbia, South Carolina, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Clarksville, Tennessee, be careful up there. Enjoy your time there. And, of course, the NFL will kick off on Sunday, and we'll have a little Monday Night Football as well. Enjoy the weekend, folks. That's going to do it for our 40 Blitz OT show. One final week left of the high school football regular season. That'll run out of the tunnel next week. We got 22 games on Thursday night and a handful of games on Friday night as we put a nice bow and let you know who's headed to the postseason in 2 weeks across North Alabama. For everyone part of this show each and every week, we thank them. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here on 48 Blitz OT, the final regular season edition of our show next Friday night. Good night, everyone.